Welcome to our video, Tips for Teachers on Tourette Syndrome. Hope you enjoy!
Okay, to start off with, we are going to give you a very small snippet of information about Tourette Syndrome. Firstly, did you know that Tourette Syndrome is a neurological condition that causes individuals to make involuntary sounds and movements called tics? Tics usually start in childhood and are often linked to other conditions such as ADHD, OCD and anxiety. It is very common as a child to have tics, but to have a diagnosis of Tourette Syndrome, both motor and at least one vocal tic must be present for over a year. Although Tourette Syndrome doesn't affect an individual's health, tics can cause a lot of pain and discomfort. It is very common for tics to increase and decrease. These can change from hourly, daily, weekly, be present for more than months at a time. Although it's a natural path for tics, other factors can also affect tics such as excitement, tiredness, anxiety and stress. Unfortunately, children with Tourette Syndrome are at risk of being bullied, so awareness about the condition is really important to ensure this doesn't happen.
Hello, my name is Harley and I have Tourette's. The thing I would like my teachers to know is that Tourette's isn't just about swearing, it's about a whole load of different things, and these things I get told off for at school. For example, calling out, being extra noisy, repeating words and making noise, etc. Luckily, I have a great bunch of friends and classmates who say to the teacher, I can't help it, when the teacher doesn't understand the situation. So for all the teachers and staff out there, please take 5 or 10 minutes out of your time to research what Tourette's is all about. I hope all of these videos will help you understand the importance of Tourette's.
This is the message to my new class teacher. If you see me making noises and doing weird actions, it's not me being naughty, it's me ticking. And if you're not sure if I'm ticking or not, please come and ask me.
My name's Judah, I have Tourette's. I have some advice for you teachers. Some kids are really sensitive to fluorescent lights. I am too, I hate fluorescent lights.
My advice for a teacher would be, pair me with a buddy that I feel comfortable with.
Sit me near the back of the classroom so my tics are less noticeable to everyone else.
From a mum's point of view, if you find out there's a child attending your school who has Tourette's, firstly read up about it, then speak to the child and their parents to find out how it affects them personally. Tourette's is different for everyone. Communicate with the parents, tell them the good bits as well as the negative, and understand that it's not just about the tics. The tics can just be the tip of the iceberg. When a student's struggling in class, please just bear in mind that concentration is affected by many things. The tics themselves, trying to suppress the tics, there's the invisible tics that we don't know about, and the pain and fatigue from constant ticking and suppressing. Give the child somewhere to go to feel safe, and a trusted member of staff to go to, and a time-out card to make sure this is possible. And just have patience and understanding, and realise that our tickers don't want to stand out and they're not in control of all of this.
I think it's really important for teachers to know that we do not mean what we tic, and even though we may have coprolalia and stuff, it's not a behavioural problem because we do not choose what we tic, and it's completely involuntary, as it is our brain misfiring signals from a neurological condition. So I did have teachers that sent me out for my symptoms, but I think it's really important to know that that probably isn't the best thing to do. I also think it's really important for teachers to know that although we may not be showing symptoms all the time, they are still there, because I used to suppress my symptoms in primary school, but it was a different story when I got home, as my symptoms would come out from suppressing. So they may not have seen an issue in school, but at home it was a different story. So I think it's really important to have a good homeschool communication so that you can be updated on any waxing and waning of symptoms. And I think it's really important for teachers to be understanding, especially when it comes to homework.
Charlotte, tell everyone a little bit about Tourette's and school.
Just listen, be kind, don't tease them, but respect them at the same time, and don't feel afraid to make friends with them. Inside they're probably really lovely, even if they seem weird.
What about For a teacher?
For a teacher, listen to their parents if they're trying to tell you that they're upset.
What do I want teachers to know about Tourette's? Well, I think the most important thing is to know that no two cases are the same. Each Tourette's case is different to the person, which is what makes it unique. And it also means that for now, there is no cure. Unlike having a headache, where you can take a paracetamol and it's gone in 2 hours, a tablet that might work for someone else might not work for me. So unfortunately, we just have to embrace it. But we don't mean what we say or do. It's involuntary. But the main important thing to know is that no two cases are the same. It manifests on the person's personality. Thank you.
If you are a teacher starting school in September with a child with Tourette syndrome in your class, then my best advice to you as a mum with a child with Tourette syndrome would be calm, be patient, be really kind, and find out everything that you can about Tourette syndrome. You need to know how that child functions day to day with Tourette's, and if you get this right, then you'll be able to make sure that child can be the best person they can be.
I have Tourette syndrome and I find it annoying because sometimes people take the mickey out of me, and I feel like people just don't understand why people have it.
So when I go to assemblies at school, it's really hard for me because we have to be really quiet and like focus on what's going on, and so I have to hold my tics in, and it makes me feel really anxious and it's really uncomfortable, and so that just makes my tics way worse. So
the best thing to do is to ignore my tics, and if they get too much to handle, let me leave class discreetly.
Hi, I'm Judah's mom. My advice for teachers is to always let a substitute teacher or a new teacher know if they have children in class who have certain needs or conditions in advance before the new teacher comes in, so that the children don't have to explain it themselves.
Tourette's can cause issues in handwriting. Bear this in mind and make provisions if necessary.
To reward effort. And the reason I say this is because in schools, 9 times out of 10, it's always the person who's got the highest score, the person who's won, the person who has done the best, who gets recognised. And because of all of the difficulties that some of our children have, they're not always the child who wins or gets the highest score, and it doesn't mean that they haven't put in the same amount of effort, and it's useful to actually just make sure that you let them know that you can see that and that you notice their efforts, even if they aren't actually the best in the class.
Thank you for watching our video. For more information on Tourette syndrome, visit your local charity or support group.